Only 3 days into 2025, and we already have a new scam. It is called half off flights. If you haven't heard about it, essentially what it is this. You pay a scammer. Let's say your flight is $500. You give them half, which is $250. They book the flight in your name in full on a stolen credit card, and that is how you get a flight half off. Absolutely insane. This actually reminds me of the I can turn $20 into 200. Makes no sense. My people, we always find a way to finesse. I mean, I'm all for my people traveling and seeing the world, but again, if you cannot afford the flight, just stay home. Don't risk jail time. Let's get into the clips.
It has been my literal goal to see it that my people travel, but some of y'all need to stay in the house. Because what do you mean half-priced flight and immediately you didn't think scam? Just like there's no such thing as halfway crooks, there is no such thing as a half-price flight that's not going to get you thrown in jail. And I'm not understanding how it is that people play around with airports, airplanes, because that is federal ground. Y'all are seriously joining Facebook groups that are saying that they can get half-price cruises, half-price flight, and they don't even work for the airline or the cruise line or whatever line they've assured you is half price. I'm honestly concerned.
I wasn't even aware that they got literally Facebook groups promoting this type of scam. Again, she's spot on. You don't want to play with anything that got to do with the airport, airlines, anything. You talking Fed time. Again, we got to be smarter. Again, if you cannot afford the full price flight, just keep your ass at home.
I always say one thing we're suffering from in this generation and this day and age is critical thinking and comprehension. Because what do you mean you thought your friend was giving you a half off flight, then the cops stopped you and you walked towards the cops and told them what you did and then called this scammer to try to get him to verify the card? What do you mean? Because the one thing I'm trying to figure out is, one, how you didn't know your quote unquote friend was a scammer, and two, if your ticket got canceled and they said it, why would you walk to the desk toward the police? We really got to get it together. I don't know if we need to reconstitute like common sense training or something, but we're lacking common sense in 2024. And I think we need to go to the new year with some new common sense.
Because if it ain't from Orbitz, Expedia, Priceline, Google Flights, I don't want the flight. Even y'all be using skip lag, and that is illegal. Are we being for real right now? Half off flights?
Again, let's keep it a buck. They knew it was a scam and finesse. You know if your friend is a scammer or not. Again, they was more concerned with going on a trip for the low. But my thing is this. If you really wanted to go on a trip and you know you really didn't have all the money, with all these PayPal, Afterpay services, why not just put it on that and break it down into some monthly installments? At least you know that you're safe and you won't be going to jail. You don't have to worry about no nonsense. I would much rather do that than pay somebody half the amount of what the flight is really worth and not think that this is some type of scam or finesse. Come on, we got to be smarter in 2025.
So this half off flight scam explains so much. Cause some of y'all have been in my comments talking about you pay too much for your flight. Like I didn't book straight from the airline. Meanwhile, you're over here bragging that you got a $500 flight from Willacoochee, Georgia to Australia. What really happened is you sent $500 on Cash App with someone with a username like flights for the low _ real deal and then hit them up on WhatsApp to confirm it. And they bought your ticket paying full price with a stolen credit card and then pocketing your $500 half off sale. So yeah, my flight costs more, but at least it doesn't come with an FBI investigation and a case that says United States versus my name. So stop letting these scams plan your vacation. Come on. And yeah, it's rum in my cup. and I like it.
Absolutely insane to tell a person who bought their flight directly from the airline that they paid too much, knowing that you scammed and got your flight. There's no way you're telling me that you give a person X amount of dollars, knowing that the flight is way more expensive, and you honestly believe that is on the up and up. If you honestly, truly believe that, then you clearly, your elevator is not going to the top floor. Again, it just makes no sense for you to do such a thing. If you don't have the money, again, one, there's plenty of afterpay services that break this thing down 10 ways to Sunday. Or two, just stay at home and stack your money up and then go on a trip so you don't have to worry about ending up in handcuffs.
The other night, I got arrested at the airport because I was doing a half off flight. When y'all see people posting half off flights, no, it ain't no half off bail when that bail is up there. So basically, the day before yesterday, before I had called my flight, well, before I even had booked my flight, I seen that the flights was $849. I'm not finna pay $849, or at least not right now. Not right now. I'm not. Holidays, no, I'm not. So I seen this dude. He been posting half off flights for the whole past year. I've been following him for a minute. I've been seeing that people actually been getting the flights done and doing what they needed to do. But like it always go, God always got to show an example with me. He always got to show the example with me. I'm always the one he gonna show it with. So I'm walking up in the airport. I'm up in the airport. I get through the security, everything, boarding pass, woo, woo, woo. So now, as I get up to the gate, like we about to start boarding, I show her my boarding pass. She starts telling me it's saying the boarding pass was refunded or no. She couldn't find, this is how it went at first. She said she couldn't find the boarding pass. The boarding pass is not uploading, like it's not coming up. Is there anything else I can show her? Some type of shit like that. So now I'm like, no, this is all I can. Like, what is you talking about? So then she ends up telling me that I need to go to the front desk, like I need to go to the American airline people part and ask them what's going on so they can have the ticket printed out or some shit like that. So as I'm walking up there, I start noticing that I see two police officers like not too far behind from me. But I'm thinking like they just there for security measures and shit like that. It's the airport. So now
No, they was there for your black ass.
as I get up to the front desk, I'm asking the lady, like, what's going on with my ticket. She starts asking me for my confirmation number and all of that. So I'm giving her my confirmation number. I'm giving her everything she needs. Next thing you know, the officers come walking right up behind me asking me, hey, are you stated my name? And I said yes. And they asked me if I was having any issues with booking my ticket, like with my ticket being booked. I said, yes, I do. For some reason, I can't board right now. Then they go and say, was the card you used under your name? I just said, no, I had a friend book it for me. They ended up saying, well, we need you to get that friend on the phone right now so we can confirm that this is his card numbers, because as of right now, it's pushed back for fraudulent activity. So that's why you're not able to get on your flight. So now I'm blowing up his phone. Nothing's going through. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck was really this half off flight shit. And after like 15 minutes of him not answering, they sat there with me. They told me that I had to put my hands behind my back and that I was getting arrested for some fraud shit and identity theft. And yeah, I just got out this morning, but that half off flight shit, this is not valid. No.
I can't believe that this brother really believed that it was a such thing as half off flights. Again, I mean, if something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. I mean, I just really can't believe that he thought that he was going to be able to book this flight the last minute. Flights were 800 something dollars. He probably gave a plug two, three, $400, and he didn't nothing. Not a brain cell went off and said, maybe this ain't right. I mean, how was this plug able to get this last minute flight for such a cheap price? Again, we gotta be smarter in 2025. Again, this is the modern day. Um, can I can turn your $20 into 200.
When it comes to the whole half off flight thing, I keep seeing the videos of people saying that they got arrested or they almost got arrested trying to do one and that they didn't realize it was a crime. But my question is always, if you didn't realize you were committing a crime, then why are y'all always so nervous the morning of the flight? Like, you're sitting here saying you didn't realize you were committing a crime, but then you're also saying that you were at the airport standing in line, you see a police officer walk past, and like, there's always officers and stuff at the airport. That's nothing unusual. But you see one walk past and you immediately knew they were there for you. Why would they be there for you if you're not committing a crime? Like, why would you think that they're there for you if you don't think that you're committing a crime?
Again, no one is, I don't believe anyone is that slow to believe that they're going to get a flight for half off and not um, believe that it's some type of illegal activity going on. The thing is, they think that they're not going to get caught. That's really what it boils down to. They're willing to roll the dice to save a couple $100, even though it's going to cost them probably a few thousand if they do get caught. I mean, we got to understand risk versus reward. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Again, we got to do better.
Y'all know what the fuck y'all are doing. Please, y'all love to get involved in some scamming ass shit and then try to play dumb when y'all get caught scamming. Y'all are always so shocked when it's time for y'all to get carted the fuck away. Because in what world did you think some random person off of a Facebook group who is admitting they don't work for an airline, have never worked for an airline, have never even been a damn flight attendant, in what world did you think that they were able to get you $1,000 plane ticket for $500? What coupon codes they know about that you can't get? And if it's that simple, then why can't they just give you the information on how to get the cheaper flight? Like, why do you have to pay them and then them do it? Y'all don't ask enough questions for me. It's like, even if we're gonna play devil's advocate and say y'all really genuinely didn't realize y'all were committing a crime, y'all's ignorance and stupidity is going to be y'all's biggest downfall. That is insane. But in my opinion, y'all believed that random day on Facebook was able to get you a half off flight legitimately, the same way y'all believe that random day off Facebook was able to get you an 80-inch flat screen TV for $200 legitimately. Girl, please, you know where that came from. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. That is crazy. Some of y'all about to go to jail because y'all was trying to get to Miami, bitch. You could have drove.
Absolutely insane. Again, it makes no sense to literally risk your life and freedom for literally a couple $100. Again, like I said, if you that down bad, your pockets is that tight, you need to stay your ass home. Or again, like you said, you just need to drive if possible.
Can't lie. Thinking you finna get one up over an airline might be remedial. I'm not gonna lie. You think you was finna get half off the ticket price? Half. You was just gonna see a flight online for $850. And you was gonna pay bruh them down the street $425. And you was gonna get a real ticket, real boarding pass, no fraudulent activity involved, with no hopper discount, no booking.com, no nothing. Boy, you crazy here. Come on, dog. Just cause his name was Deltavion or Frontisha, they don't work for them folks. They can't give you that kind of discount, dog. And then you finna get right online. You post bail. Get online and explain exactly, word for word, bar for bar, how you committed fraud. You finna go right back to the penitentiary. Right back.
That is absolutely diabolical, and I didn't even think about it. After you get booked, to come out online and actually discuss what happened with this whole scam, knowing damn well them people's got all your information, is probably already tracking your social media. Lord.
So I've been hearing everybody has been indulging in these half off flights. And I'm here to tell you, you should have, that they definitely saw you coming. I'm just going to say that. They definitely saw you coming because, first off, if you go on a Cabo and that flight's like $1,500, getting it for $750 is crazy. Like, I feel like they don't even give you that enough points half of the time in one traveling session for you to sit there and get enough of a discount to a $1,500 flight. Now, don't get me wrong. People get these Amex cards and stuff and they'll get those discounts and they'll be great. But you didn't have the Amex card. You just thought that you were going to get this half off flight.
Come on, let's keep it a buck. If you're even entertaining the fact of a half off scam, half off a flight, you don't have no Amex card.
And just indulge in this half off flight. benefit, get to keep that extra money in your pocket. You just paid for a hotel that was probably close to the same price. And you paid for that flight half off. They saw you coming. I hope you really think about what you did. Around the holidays, that's crazy.
Absolutely insane.
I'm telling you, if y'all doing them half off, bitch, stop doing it. Them half off flights, bitch, stop doing it. They coming out for your ass, bitch. Bitch, I should have known not to even like indulge in this shit because for one, the girl that we was using, like, she had already fucked my friend around. Like, basically, my friend had went out of town and couldn't get a fucking flight back home, bitch. I had to send my friend some money. Like, she couldn't get a flight back home because she was basically banking on the girl. The girl didn't end up giving her money back, but I really think she only end up giving her money back because I was telling my friend to get on her ass. Like, my friend was just like, oh, well, whatever. She gonna send it. She gonna send it. Like, being fucking so oblivious. I'm like, girl, she's not gonna send that shit back. Get on her ass. Like, it's a group on Facebook or whatever. And, like, the hood Ubers and all the other stuff, okay? So, we went out of town, right? We had went to Vegas. We went out of town and I had came by myself. Well, of course, my friend and then my friend like had other females that I didn't really fuck with. So clearly, I was in my own fucking zone. So we get to the motherfucking. Basically, we flew Delta. We get to the part where they asked for our boarding pass. I'm like, well, here go mine, because you know how you can add it to your wallet. So I added mine to my wallet, and they like, yeah, we need y'all to step over. So I'm looking, mind you, everybody that had did the little half off deal, like they was over to the lines, and then it was some other group of girls. I'm like, what going on? You know, like they must do what I did. Like, what the fuck is going on? So, but like, mind you, like at this time I was smoking heavy, so I ain't really fucking think about it. So I'm just like, whatever, bitch. I instantly step up to my friend, like, what the fuck? What y'all do? Like, what y'all do? Like, bitch, I'm trying to sneak out to the bathroom and get head the fuck out. Like, y'all know Lambert Airport, bitch. I'm trying to sneak back out because at this point I'm calling mom, like, yeah, like. Where you at? Like, come get me type shit. Like, don't do that shit. So they was like, yeah, basically, what y'all like, they was like, are you a group? I'm like, nah, I ain't with them. Like, I ain't with them because they see us walk in or whatever. My job said I was going by myself. Like, I was like, nah, I ain't with them. So he was like, well, we got what he say, we got photo footage of y'all coming in together, talk about these boarding passes are associated with fraud. I'm like, me? No, I'm like, no, not me. Like I'm gonna do right by the book. Please.
Now you want to cry. Let's get into part two.
This point, I'm just trying to like convince him that I'm not with them, bitch. It's just coincidence. We linked up, bitch. We found each other up here, right? So they pull us to that back room, bitch. You know what back room I'm talking about. They pull us to that back room. They was like, yeah, so this is not going to work. How this is going to go. We're going to call, basically, bitch, they're going to call the troops up there, okay, bitch? They want to see who the fuck is, who is there, like, who is it where we getting the shit from, right? So, now, mind you, bitch, I'm scared this week. I'm like, bitch, I can't go to jail, bitch. I'm finna tell on every motherfucking body back here, but mind you, I'm trying to hold composure as in, like, bitch, y'all bitches better not say shit. That's what I'm trying to push on them, but bitch, I'm gonna be the one singing, okay? Y'all don't need to say shit because I need to get the deal first. So, like, all of a fucking sudden, they get a call, like, okay? So, they come take us, right? Come take us. And the man, and like, he just, I think the man, the police basically, like, well, whoever, you need to set it off, whatever. So, come to find out, you know how, like, they got to pull you back there? Like, that's what happened. So, they end up pulling, one of the girls and my friend, they ended up pulling her back there, right? And she was like, well, it's, bitch, she done told about the Jungle Hustle group, bitch. She done showed them the female, bitch. And it wasn't like, it ain't going on regular no shit. Like, they just wanted the person to like, that was starting the bullshit, right? Just as well as they say, oh, they don't want the gamblers, they don't want, the 1099 followers, they want the motherfucking head hunter, which the one of the motherfuckers that selling drugs. But I'm just like, but what made me do it, to be honest, what made me do it is my friend basically initially came to me and was like, oh, I got some. She was like, you know how your friend just basically tell you something, you just go with the flow, because mind you trust this bitch. Not knowing that she'll get you into like stuff. I didn't even know that's the girl she was using, right? But that's the girl that I knew her from. I basically explained that. But I'm just like, she was like, yeah, I know this girl, whoop bop, and I ain't never did no shit like that. So, mind you, I'm like, I'm all for it. Like, bitch, if it means me more gambling money, I'm all for it.
More gambling money, huh? And almost cost you, almost wind up being locked up again. We got to use common sense going into 2025. If something sounds too good to be true, someone is telling you they're going to flip some money, take 10, 20, $100 and flip it into 200, understand it's a scam. If someone's telling you they could get you half off flights, 9 times out of 10, it's a scam. Again, we got to be smarter. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you heard of this half off flight scam? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.